Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Western Rampant Rocket, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 89 votes, and you can vote for the vehicles you want to see by clicking on the link in the description down below, bringing this monstrosity up to the start line, getting it ready just as, criminal damage? Yeah, started. And yes, Mr. Jaguar, yes, all the yes to all of that. So, yes, you speed. I can't do that Clarkson high pitched thing. But, yeah, that's the only way it should be said. So, the Western Rampant Rocket. You'll notice the license plate says Sven. I did not buy this, but as promised in the Rockstar News video on Thursday, it is being tested on Monday. And, of course, the one other Casino DLC unreleased vehicle that I have not yet tested is also in this video. There are two more cars yet to be released, but only one that I haven't tested. Because we did the horrible Novak, which looks nice, but is terrible off-road a long time ago. So yeah, the Rocket motorcycle, so you fall off and go owie. If you're not too careful with it. What's really funny is, this is actually the second time I've recorded this bike. I recorded it way back when I recorded all the other unreleased vehicles, like in one afternoon. Yeah, there we go, up on two wheels. Like most motorcycles. But I recorded them all in like one afternoon, and I had it done. I think it was Trevor riding it. And then Sven rightly pointed out, Will It Off-Road has become a very much community video. And it's not only the video, but the experience. I have all my support personnel following me up and down the mountain. Well, at least up. Yeah. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. But we vote for what's going to be featured, and I'm pretty much, at the whim of people who can spam out votes, and I love that about it. And, of course, there's Will It Off-Road Bingo in the description down below as well, where you can join in and play along with the video, even though it's pre-recorded. You can play along, and if you get bingo, I'll throw it down in the comments. We've had 3 winners now. God, look at this thing trying to go around a corner. It's pathetic. But, so as he pointed out, since the Rampant Rocket was out, I should go ahead and record it. Granted, that means a very long Sunday for me. I recorded this thing, we were done by like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is now 11:21 when I'm recording the voiceover. And most of it is this motorcycle's fault. Granted, I will admit that when I ate lunch, I sat down and I was going to watch like the first 20 minutes of a movie and wound up watching the whole 2 hour and 20-minute movie. But it'd still be like 9:30 at night had I not done that. But anyways, it was the new Netflix, The King. Very good. Timothy, however you say his last name. He's an up-and-coming actor. One to keep your eye on. Anyway, look at this thing just climb. We're up already. 2 minutes, 47.5 seconds. So will it off-road? Surprisingly, yeah. Even though Fat Cube did not have the same luck with it. I didn't realize somebody was shooting a shotgun up here. So that means we now have to take it back down the mountain for our controlled descent. And as we do that, we'll go over some numbers as I make a 3-point turn to get out of here. So that makes it 7th in motorcycles. It is 2.5 seconds sandwiched between the BF400 and the Hakachu Drag. So, like, it's 2.5 seconds slower than the BF400, 2.5 seconds faster than the Hakachu Drag, which is just mind-boggling. As much trouble as I had, I'm pretty sure that it would have gotten an even better time had I not done really poorly on that one first jump coming up and fallen off of it. That would have shaved, probably 10, 15 seconds off of it, and we would have had this as, like, the first or second place bike. It's scary to think about. But it's just really weird how some of these really otherwise slow, kind of weird vehicles do really well going up Mount Chiliad. Back down is another story. A little bit stuck here. I just not enough room to turn it around, and the wheels spin when I back up. So I lose the angle that I had because of the incline. But anyways, knocked Fat Cube clean off the mountain. You can see his icon go flying, and he's dead. Yep, that was me. Not a hiker, it was a Fat Cube in his kitty cat mask. But, I didn't buy the Rampant Rocket. I mean, If this thing were like 200 grand, yeah, I'd buy it for the laws. But 900,000 with upgrades, you're gonna be spending like $1.2 million, $1.3 million. No way, just not even worth it. Not in my opinion, anyway. So I didn't buy it, and I might buy it if it goes like 50% off, maybe. But even then, I can think of better things. But nobody has answered my question yet. If this thing is parked, or can you even park it since it's a motorcycle in your MC clubhouse? And if so, please send a screenshot to me of that if you have it, because I just want to see this massive thing parked in there. I think it'd be pretty hilarious. So anyway, struggling to get around the corners, but otherwise a pretty uneventful, yet murder-filled controlled descent down on the asphalt. You would think this thing would be really fast in a straight line, but it's really not. It's generally disappointing. It's based on a real-life bike, though, so whatever. But we're down 2 minutes, 38 seconds. We're going to take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad for what can only be described as a shit show. This took a lot of editing to figure out what to even do, because, yeah, look at that. Instantly. 5 seconds into the damage descent. And I'm dead. And it spawned me on the wrong part of the mountain. I'm facing the wrong way. I couldn't get down the other way, and I'm not getting down this way either. Yeah, so this goes on for a while. So I've sped up the footage 1,000%. And just keep an eye on that timer. You know that normally I crop off the timer with just 5 characters instead of 6. Well, we're going to need that 6th character at the very front there, because it took that long. Another suicide. Rocket and Sven came to rescue me in the Insurgent, but, I mean, technically the rules of Will It Off-Road say I can't have help. Anybody else can help out anybody else, and if you accidentally run somebody over and it knocks them free. But at this point, I had been struggling for 7 minutes, and I know it's really hard to watch this at 1,000%. I'm sorry. If you get motion sick, just close your eyes and listen to the smooth sound of my voice. But anyways, we're almost done with the really high-speed footage. Don't worry. It's coming up to an end in just a few seconds. But even the Insurgent struggled to get up this side of the mountain. And, yeah, Rocket managed to drive it head-on into a train and get wedged between the pole, and we blew up, so I'm like, screw it, I'm getting my buzzard. Didn't realize what a strange angle this thing actually was, but I managed to land the buzzard and then glitched out of it, and there we go. 13 minutes later, 13 minutes and like 7 seconds later, I'm back on the bike. Let's see for how long. 39.4 feet. Thankfully, there was another free mode event going. That's how long this was going. We were at the top of the mountain in a free mode event. Now there's another one. So, yeah, I went 39.4 feet before falling off of it again. Thank you, Rockstar. There goes my buzzard. I think Commander nudged it a bit, and it fell down and went boom. But that was perfect timing, because it's just got a great view of it, especially at night, filling the canyon with light. It was kind of pretty. If you're on a Discord server, make sure you check out the Photos and Selfies channel, because I put a picture of the moment of explosion and the light just off the rocks. So, mwah, looks beautiful. But, yeah, sadly, we're not quite anywhere near the end of this horrible fiasco. We still have a little ways to go. Well, I wouldn't say nowhere near the end of it, because we're about halfway through the video, so obviously we've got one more car to go. Just trying my best to anywhere I know I would normally trip. If you jump, you'll roll, and usually you can get your footing and be good on that. Since this isn't my bike, it's not on the map for me, so I always needed somebody to keep an eye on it for me to tell me where to go, so I had an icon to head towards. Don't know what he's doing standing there, and I don't know why he dresses like that. We've tried talking sense into him. It's hopeless. So, going down, ran into the remains of my own buzzard and once again fell off and then got hit by the dingus's bike. So, back on the giant Wienermobile. And, taking it a little slower this time. Because, you know, I just don't want to fall off and die anymore. However, it is now stuck. If you look closely, the back wheels are not on the ground at all. So I am calling this a DNF. And I won $500 for going 34 feet in the No Crashes Challenge. Yeah. But it's stuck. I'm not getting this thing out of here. I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. But it is perfectly wedged between two trees and two rocks. I mean, this vehicle is tailor-made to get stuck in this spot. Even I'm slightly stuck and unable to get over. Finally was able to jump out. Going to go around and get a glimpse of it from the front just to see how ridiculous this is, that this is where we got stuck. But it does have the shame of being stuck in trees. And as you're going to see here in just a second, it kind of has an incident with a sticky bomb. Because anything that DNFs has to go boom. So, bye, Schvinn's stupid bike. And that is going to, once I get in the truck and drive away and leave you with a parting shot of the burning wreckage, bring us to our next vehicle. Something I love, can't wait for this car, the Vapid Peyote Gasser. And, of course, we're back in story mode via the magic of PC mods. Single player only. I do not condone online modding. But as we line up, we have a comment. And, yes, come back down the damn mountain. Damn it. There's a lot of damn it's in there, but okay. Donkey, absolutely. 2020 is all you got to do is add that as a hashtag, and we're good. I'm very seriously considering making that a strongly worded recommendation. I thought about making it a requirement, but we use crew lobbies to record Will at Offroad. And I'm not going to switch to an invite lobby because, one, that would be a pain to manage. But mainly because that's just not cool. It is an open event to anybody in the crew who plays on PC. Seriously, if you play on PC and you're free on Sunday afternoons, you are welcome to take part in Will It Off-Road. Just some basic rules. No killing each other unless we're just goofing around in between recordings. And don't get in my way, you know, because I'm trying to make a video and get a good time. You know, that's it. That's basically it. And I was thinking about making it a rule that you have to come back down the mountain, but I can't force people to drive down the mountain. But we've got to think of some way. All of us need to put our heads together. And seriously, I am serious about this. We've really got to come up with a way to say, hey, look, you need to come back down the mountain. Because obviously I can't kick somebody out of the crew lobby without kicking them out of the crew. And that's just ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. But yes, Donkey, you're absolutely right. And I appoint you, the committee chairman, to get that figured out. So work with everybody in the comments and on Discord and let me know what you've decided. But anyways, I love the Peyote Gasser. I mean, it's not a particularly special car to drive. It's just the personality of it. It is quickish. You know, it's kind of like adjacent to quick. You know, they will wind up at the same destination, but they are definitely not the same street. And yeah, but it does okay in the dirt, surprisingly. It manages, it spins its wheels a lot, but it manages to be controllable. The only issue is what you keep seeing happening is it loves to bring two wheels off the ground on just every little turn. And so I had to be very cognizant of that. And make sure I didn't just roll it right on over. Oh, Coyote. Poor Coyote. But, of course, this is painted up in the Rare NPC modified worn red with, like, a goldish pearl on top of it, because that's how all peyotes should be painted. But I had to add the flames, since, you know, it's a gasser. Because, of course, you have to have the flames. But we're up. 2 minutes, 52 seconds. So, will it off-road? And once again, another surprising yes. I thought this would be terrible. I thought it was going to be an awful experience. It's actually kind of a pretty car, isn't it? It is. But I did. I thought this was just going to be god-awful and that I was going to regret even recording it. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't quick. It stayed under that 3-minute mark. And it does make it, and this is what surprised me when I finally saw the numbers, second in muscle cars. However, it is 9.5 seconds slower than the fastest muscle car, which was also a shock, the Dominator GTX. That makes it 54th overall out of 247 vehicles, and compared to the regular Peyote, it is 1 minute and 18 seconds faster. Yes, the regular Peyote, in all of its beautiful underpowered glory, took 1 minute and 18 seconds longer to get up Mount Chiliad, so that's so good. But, I mean, it's just a fantastic car. You can put a roof on this thing, you can do all kinds of stuff with the grill. It's got a decent amount of customization, the liveries are great, and it makes a nice noise, and you can put ridiculous engine mods on it to make it look really goofy. And it's just, I mean, yeah, it's borderline meme vehicle, and it is going to be a bit on the pricey side. But, I don't know, I can't wait to have it. I don't know how often I'll drive it, but it's one I'll be happy to own. You know, like one of those things I like to look at and know that it's there and find comfort in that in a very weird way. And, of course, it will be parked right next to the regular Peyote that I own, because I do own a Peyote, because I do think they're pretty cars. But it's doing okay. I mean, it's not as composed as I'd like it to be. It bounces around a lot. It wants to come up on two wheels. But again, considering what this car is, it's doing surprisingly well. It's fairly drama-free, though I am going to have just a bit too much speed coming off this jump. Maybe a little bit more than the brakes can handle, and there we go, right off the trail. That's me, not the car. I should have shaved off more speed before that jump, but it stayed nice and composed. I mean, for running off the road, it did it in a rather controlled manner, or a controllable manner. However, over here, it's another story, because this car, like most of these drag cars that we have now, they don't really want to turn. You know, it's not what drag cars are meant to do. They're meant to go in a straight line. About to lose the front clip here any second now. You can see that whole front end is just one piece. The bumper, the headlights, the hood, the fenders, all of it. Yeah, not able to turn. It just wouldn't turn for that quarter at all. Going up the mountain, I had the advantage of the wheel spin, so I could just kind of flick it around a little bit. Coming down the hill, I don't have that advantage, because, you know, I'm trying to keep the speed under control so I don't go crashing into a ravine or a tree or something. So maybe getting a little too cocky here, given that it can't turn. So I shave off some speed, and it can't even make that turn. But we're down 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Gonna go back to the top of Mount Chiliad. Again, even in story mode, all the cars are fully upgraded, including the 100% armor. If it's possible. If it's just a stock car that you can't upgrade, well, those are upgraded. But this does have 100% armor. Lovely, lovely flat spin coming off of there right into a tree. But it's going to take a bit of a beating here. Just waiting to see it shed some sort of body parts. You know it's going to. You know that front clip is coming off. I mean, look at it. It's barely hanging on. It just got worse just then. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe Franklin might not make it. It sounds like that hurt him quite a bit. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this car? I really love it. Whoop, there goes that front clip. I just think it's fantastic. I know I'm going on and on about it, and I've loved it since I saw it was coming. I'm sure, you know, had people not discovered all kinds of Benny's glitches, we've probably been paying millions of dollars to Benny's to upgrade this there. But instead, we just get new models now. You guys have noticed we haven't had a Benny's car since way back in the day, right? Yeah, of course you have. But having a bit of an issue, again, getting it to go where I want it to go. I can't quite see what's happening here to tell where I'm stuck, so I'm just trying to spin the back end to hopefully get it to where I can at least see something. Almost threaded the needle into the tunnel, just catching the top of the windshield frame right on the edge. Rolling all around, it's struggling with the bumps, but I don't even care because I don't want to off-road it. I want to drive it, and I want to take it to car shows. Not that I've been to a GTA Online car show in forever. I'd really like to have one soon, but I don't know. When you only have the same 4 or 5 players online all the time, and you've already seen other cars, it's kind of hard to have a car show. But right into the log pile instead of bouncing off of it this time. We're down 1 minute. There's those crap brakes again. 55 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage as we get photobombed by a Jeep. The windshield is busted out, the front clip obviously gone. The left door won't close, and there are bent wheels. Other than that, which is a lie, I know, it's in pretty good shape. So, that is going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in upcoming Will It Off-Road videos. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.